Good morning. It's very, very, very cold, and I'm not sure whether the wind's going to pick up because I haven't got my mic blocker, wind noise blocker thing on here. But welcome to my vlog channel. So today I thought I'd do a quick video while I'm walking the dog on the dog. Now, before I got a Dalmatian, I would have liked to have seen a video like this from a Dalmatian owner to kind of work out whether the Dalmatian was the right breed for me to get and how it is living with one. I've had Finn since October the 1st. It's now December the 29th, December the 30th, and so I've got to know him really well. We've bonded very much. I feel like he's my best pal now, and he comes everywhere with me, literally. But I thought I'd give you a breakdown on what I learned so far. This won't be my only Dalmatian video, so if you are here for Dalmatian stuff, hit subscribe. There is my Dalmatian, Finn. Oh, great. Sorry, boy. Lie. I haven't done a huge amount of puppy training with him recently. It's been very much more. He's just with me all the time, and he does behave very, very well. Generally very, very well. He's very, very playful. Dalmatians, from what I understand, are very playful, and they very much require a lot of time and attention. So before we really get started, I think I should just say, if you're here because you've clicked something like is a Dalmatian right for me, if you do not have copious amounts of time and patience, no, a Dalmatian is not right for you. That's just me personally saying that. This is all based on personal opinion. I've done no real research into this. This is just from me owning one. This is an owner's perspective. So I'm in the fortunate position myself where I'm the boss of my company, so I get to take the dog in with me. He's got his own little area now, and in the shop, and it's better for him, I believe. Instead of just being sat at home for hours, I wouldn't have got a dog if I couldn't have brought him to work with me. I know a lot of people do leave their dogs at home, but a dog as energetic as a Dalmatian, I just don't think it's fair. Secondly, he needs walks. Now I'm very lucky that I live in the countryside. Well, I personally don't, but my family do. So I come down to here, which is just near my parents, every single morning, which is it's annoying. I know I do live near a country park in Colchester, but at the same time it's just not as fun because there's so many kids around there, and Finn, my Dalmatian, loves children and he just loves to play, but he's a big dog. So a kid who's like this big walking along to school and has that monster bounding up at him, it can cause a bit of nerves, because if they scream, he thinks they're playing. So then he kind of chases after him and goes in a little bit too, I wouldn't say too rough, he's just too playful. He just jumps around and it makes it very awkward. So we stopped taking him down there. Well, I stopped taking him down there, and I bring him out to places like this where he can just run around as much as he likes. And if we see other dogs out on the walk, he's very, very well behaved. He does come when he's called 90% of the time, I'd say. I've still got some work to do with him, but I'm learning too because I've never had a dog before. So yeah, he is so playful. My Dalmatian is so playful. So that's one thing you have to think about. Number two, because he is with me all the time, and I mean all the time, when I do leave him, I think it stresses him out a little bit. So he destroys whatever he can get his hands on. I spent £130 on dog toys for him recently, and it's still, in the end, he ripped up all my Lean and 15 books. So that really is frustrating, but I don't know whether that's just something he'll eventually grow out of, because he's only 14 months old still, or whether that is just a trait of the Dalmatian. What else is he like? He's amazing when it comes to the house training. He does not mess in the house. He won't really even take a number 2 in the garden. He wants to come and do it out places like this. But like I said, one of the main things about these dogs is that they're so active, and they are, I mean, he could run around like this forever. because from what I understand, this is just going off of what I learned off of like people on YouTube and stuff before. I say people, more like them cartoon video things on YouTube before. But Dalmatians used to run alongside the fire coaches, and that meant they could run for a long time. So yeah, I hope you can hear me because of the wind. I've got the screen up trying to block the mics, but it's freezing. Also, something I noticed when I first got him, I think it was probably just down to him being in a new home. He used to cry at night when I left him, and then cry in the morning when I didn't come down. So I'd leave him, say 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, trying to get him into the swing of things, and he'd just cry until like 1 in the morning. When I live in a terrace house, that's nerve-wracking because I don't really want the neighbours complaining. And then in the morning he'd start crying at like 5:30, 6. So now, I know this is kind of like a split down the middle topic, but I let him sleep on my bed because he doesn't cry and he sleeps in longer than me now. So it means I can actually get a full night's sleep and be ready to actually work the next day and walk and make sure I can get everything done that I do throughout the day. And he actually sleeps in longer than me now, so I guess that but I guess this is a start for the channel when it comes to the dog video. If you guys are looking to get a Dalmatian, if you have a Dalmatian or whatever, just leave a comment down below. Tell me what you want to hear from me. I'm not an expert by any means, but I do have a dog. I do have a Dalmatian, and a very happy one at that now. So it would be cool if you guys need any questions answered or have any questions, just drop me a message and I'm more than happy to answer. So let's just kind of wrap this up. I don't think I wrapped it up very well. So if you're sitting there asking yourself, should I buy a Dalmatian? You've got to ask yourself some more questions. You need to say, do I have the time and the patience for a Dalmatian? If the answer to that is yes, do you have the space and the do you have the space? Yeah, ask yourself that. Do you have the space for a Dalmatian? They're gonna roam around. You can't just lock them in a little kitchen. Ask yourself this: do you care that you have white hairs everywhere? So look, you see that? Just on anything, there's just white hairs everywhere. He sheds every day, loads. In fact, if I can get him to come over here, ask yourself this: do you care if some of your most expensive prized possessions gets ripped up when you forget to put them away if you leave them for an hour or two? What's he done for me in the last month? He's done a pair of my Adidas shoes, he's done a pair of my Oakley sunglasses, 2 Lean in 15 books, and a TV remote. Oh, and half of a Sky TV remote as well. But that, I should have put them away. I've got a box now, put all the stuff that I don't want him to rip up in a box. So ask yourself that. If your answer to that is yes, and you can put up with all that, and you've got the time, and you live in an area where they can run around and really enjoy life. I mean, he's just had a run around with a whippet, so he's going to be tired out now. But if you answer yes to all of them, go and get one. And if you can rehome one, please do. My dog is amazing. He is so sweet, he's so loving, he hasn't got a bad bone in his body. He just wants to play all day, every day. And he's just the most caring dog I've ever had the pleasure of knowing. And I'm lucky I get to call him mine. So yeah, be careful before you go and buy one. Just make sure it's right for you and you don't end up having to rehome him or her, because it's not fair on the dog. But yeah, I hope this video was some help. Like I said, guys, please hit the subscribe button for more videos on the dog and stuff. And yeah, stay tuned. Peace, have a good day.